Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome out to ETF2L Season 38 Premiership Qualifiers for 6v6. This is GoblinClan versus Elektro. My name's Godfather. I'm joined by Beater. We have ArchRhythm behind the scenes for us today. How you doing, Beater?
I'm doing good. This is where we see who ends up in Prem this season. We had 14 qualifying or 14 teams signing up for Prem. So obviously that is a whole lot of teams. So that's very exciting, and we have some new or some old favorites coming back into it. But hey, a lot of them actually have to prove that they belong in Prem, and Or Electro is definitely one of those teams. So very much looking forward to it. So yeah.
Well, before we get too far into it, we're going to pull something up on stream. Got some announcements about a community tournament that is coming up, and I will let you, Peter, introduce it. Got to actually pull up the info
Yeah.
here.
So it's locked and loaded 2. I think that's what they're calling it. I think it's the fourth uh, lockdown and loaded tournament, and it is happening this Friday, and or rather, it's happening this Saturday. But signups close on Friday, so make sure that you have your team signed up before then. And it is
Yeah.
just the perfect time to play a tournament because the ETFL season starts on Monday, and you get to play this tournament on Saturday and Sunday. So just if you have a team and you want a bunch of early practice in, this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Great time. And big prize pool there too with 1,000 USD. And for the top play of the tournament caught on stream, it is $100. So great incentive there. Get a team together. Go check that out. Link has been put in the Twitch chat right now. And yeah, definitely get into that as soon as possible because signups do close on Friday. But back to your regularly scheduled program. Again, this is GoblinClan versus Aura Electro. And Peter, do you want to run down some rosters here? And then we'll get right into it.
Sure thing. I guess we'll go through Aura Electro first. So on Aura Electro, we have Yuxta on Medic, who's kind of new to Prem. I think he last played in Div 2, so that's going to be quite the jump for him. Then we have Eames, who's an old Prem regular. He has done a lot of heavy lifting on Aura Electro for a long time. Same with Asunas on Roamer. Then we have Rons, who's going to be new on Pocket as well. Not sure quite where he played before this, but he's been pretty impressive. They played yesterday, where Or Electro won, and Rons was definitely doing work there. And then we have Nevo on Scout, and then we've got Amarok on Scout. Amarok usually plays Soldier, but he has been an incredibly good Soldier and Demo Man in Prem before, and he is like one of those heavy carry type of guys. So him getting some heals and shooting things on Scout, that just sounds good to me. So probably the
Alrighty.
favorite.
Probably the favorite. Well, running down Goblin Clan's roster, we have DQZ on Medic, Alien Smiley on Demo, Tobbs, and Silves on Soldiers. Mist and Lanzer will be the scouts. I wish I could say that I know these players, but tragically I do not. But if you say Aura is the favorite here, I will take your word for it. But talk about this map choice here and playing on CP Sunshine, one of my favorite maps to watch gameplay on. But what do you think of this match choice, and how will it favor either team?
So I don't really know how they came up with the ordering. Like I know they did pick bands, but I haven't seen the pick bands, so I don't know who picked what and who banned what. So all we know is the order, and we know that Sunshine is the first map in here. And I will say that in previous seasons, it seemed to me like Virtus Pro, which is what Goblin Clan used to be known for, or known as, they were really good on Sunshine. So definitely, my suspicion is that that's their map pick, but it also should fit Aura Electro pretty well. It was kind of interesting yesterday where they struggled quite a bit. I think it was in Snakewater, and then once it came to Gollywash, Aura Electro just kind of rolled. Whereas normally I would say Aura Electro is this very slow team. They kind of base their playstyle off of 7, and usually the bigger the map and the slower it is, just the more it fits them. But yesterday it was definitely Gollywash that was the bigger fit, and Sunshine is more like Process than it is, and Snakewater than it is Gollywash. So I would say it favors or Electro slightly, but hey, I
We'll
don't know.
see. It looks like we might be getting started soon. I do know we are playing best of 3 maps, but for the people who don't know, what are win conditions here for number of rounds, and are we playing halves? I'm unsure
No,
personally,
we,
but
we
I'm
don't
sure
do
others are as well.
stupid stuff like that in Europe. It makes no sense. We're not playing Counter Strike, and like Like we understood that at least, I don't know, 10 years ago. You guys, I don't know, you'll realize it one day. But all right, so the way it works is that it's a best of 3 maps, and it's a win difference 5, and if you win a map, you get 3 points, and if you lose, you get 0. If you win on Golden Cap, you get 2. Loser gets 1. And
Alrighty.
it's just best of 3 maps wins. And I'm not quite sure how the whole point issue goes up, because technically it's better to win a map, lose a map in Golden Cap, and then win another map, because then you get 7 points. Whereas if you just win clean in 2 maps, you get 6 points. So, but that's probably not going to be a thing. Let's see what happens on the list.
Yeah, getting into this first mid, we're going to see rotating around a little bit of damage onto DQZ here early. Zill's getting very low, down to 30 health. DQZ also getting very low. We're going to see Alien Smiley being the first to die with Azunas, and there goes DQZ. He will be taken out by Emerald, going huge right now, just botting in. Only 2 alive left for the side of blue right now, and Elektro is going to take this first mid.
Jukester surviving on a sliver of health right there. He had to dip, dive, and dodge in midair there to just dodge the rockets there and manage to survive. But hey, he's going to be left with a massive Uber advantage. And just to kind of finish up what the whole format is for these qualifiers, there are 2 groups with 3 teams in each. Every team plays each other once. The top 2 teams of each group just go straight into Prem. Then the number 2 teams in the groups, they will play each other, and the winner of that match will move on into Prem. So basically, if all Elektro win now, they are in Prem. And when I say win now, I mean win 2 maps. So that's a bit into the future, but that's kind of what Elektro are playing for right now.
Alrighty, we'll see. They have won 1 match. Here comes the Uber though, coming in onto this last push. They're going to get the gun from Lancer early and on. Not finding a lot of kills though, trying to get into DQZ right now. It's a scout trying to pepper him down, unable to find anything quite yet. Alien Smiley is going to be the first to die in this push. There goes Tops and Biss, both going to die, but 3 fall from the side of the red team. There's a heavy on point trying to hold things down. It looks like this is going to be a failed push. Only a scout right now trying to, fight on point, not finding a lot. There goes Nebo. He will get taken out by that heavy. Only 2 alive on this push left for the side of red. They will lose Amarok once more, and Chucksta will be getting out onto second right now as spawners start to come in. He'll be looking to meet up, and we'll see push back onto second, it looks like, from the side of blue right now. If they go fast, they might, just going to be able to cap this out, so no contest
there
right
might
now.
be a contest here. We see double soldier and a demo man in choke, looking like they were thinking about it, but they end up just walking out there. That was a very close last push coming in here, but it is going to leave them with a big move advantage. They're just going to jump in the demo man
Oh, here
immediately.
comes Demo gets the mid
Wow.
immediately, as you said, an absolutely disgusting play coming in on Demo Man, able to find the kill onto Chucksta, and players fall from the side of red. 2 weak right now, but 3 down, 4 down, 5 down. Just Zunis alive right now, trying to get damage onto Tops, able to find a little bit, but he'll go down. That'll be the first team wipe of the night. It's GoblinClan who takes this mid cap back and gets ready to push it on to second.
Really strong play, but the DQZ is going to end up going down. But man, that demo jump in was just disgusting. Like, was that a pipe and a sticky?
I think
just
so.
killed? Yeah, right, because it was just instant. I just like saw him flying through the air, and then the medic was dead. It was very, very quick. So that's really what made that whole push going on here. They're going to continue to push.
Oh, so it's huge from the mid! TQC gets absolutely destroyed as he tries to push in, gets isolated and choked, and that soldier play gonna slow things down here for the offense or defensive team, given that opportunity to push out now with 85% Uber.
Yeah, absolutely disgusting. DQC switched to medic for this season. He's usually on soldier, I think, or maybe he's even scout. I can't remember, but either way, he's probably regretting his decision already. That didn't take long, and here comes this big Uber jump in.
Oh, TQC's gonna die again as the demo finds him. Ames is able to just jump in with that Uber. And the pipe
unmissed. Disgusting display.
Oh wait, Chuck's is getting very low right now as Lancer able to clean him up. He's chasing deep right now. There's no health kit for the med. He will finally get it as it comes back up. A team wipe again. Now onto blue as their demo and med are coming out into these 4 spawns. They're going to eat a little bit of damage from the demo. Getting that long range spam in, but going to back out as their spawners start to come forward. And we'll see about a 20% add for red as they take this midpoint back.
Eames was really feeling himself. I think he tried to go forward and get some spawn camping going on, but unfortunately they spawned just in time to walk out there, and Eames was unable to stick them in. But yeah, that was absolutely disgusting by Eames. That was like a 3K where he just jumped in, caught the medic out of position. DQC definitely not in the best position right there. Standing in choke so far in this game has just been a death sentence. So hopefully that will change a little bit just for the medic's sakes. But then like just the air pipe onto the scout and then a second pipe as well. Just
Lancer.
absolutely.
Oh, sorry. Lancer is on sniper here as the push starts to come in, but I think he took a shot and he's been spotted out. He's going to eat a little bit of damage from runs, but Miz will be able to clean him up before he gets the kill. Now DQC is coming forward. The Uber does get popped out by Juxta. Is it going to come in from DQC? Yes, it does. So we have an Uber exchange happening around point right now, trying to get Juxta does go down as he's juggled into the sky by some damage from the Demo Man and is unable to escape. So Med's dying a lot here so far. Lancer's still on that sniper to come forward, and he'll be looking down choke pretty soon, I imagine. But yeah, Med's just dying left and right so far tonight.
Looks like we have Alien just trying to see if he can lob some stickies over, see if he could do a bit of spawn camping. Unable to do that as well. But it is a pretty big advantage. It's about 50%. It's one of those things where if you get spammed out and you dawdle and you don't do enough, then that can just end up not being worth it to push on. But sometimes it's absolutely worth it. Just all about where you can be in front of that. Ron's is in behind. Gets the
he picks up 2! And Lancer also goes down. TQC now 8 health, and he will be cleaned up there by Nevo as Red is just winning this fight cleanly, only losing Rons on a bomb. And they will be now in a position to push right back in onto mid. Looks like a soldier's going to take this 1v1 versus a scout. See Amarok trying to come in and help. And now we have this 1v1 happening. Miss is actually going to die as Amarok comes in and cleans up the kill late into the fight. Just Silv's alive right now. As spawners start to come in. Mid will go. Oh, Silv's is behind actually. Might be taking a 1v1 versus Ron, but here comes... Oh, he gets it. Silv's finding that kill. Here comes the fight onto second as Azunis is going to die early. We've got a situation here where Red is right now on mid, down 2. Blue's going to be ready to push out. Looks like they're coming through Valley. It's going to be probably a force opportunity coming in. Nevo's going to get bombed though. The Uber does come out. Don't know if that was a force or just a use as Miss is going to be retreating with his medic. Not a lot of kills on that Uber. Ad will go back in favor of DQZ as they get ready to push in.
Really well played there by the Goblin clan. Just getting the Uber out of the medic when they're at a big man disadvantage on their team is just so good. Because, you know, when you have a scout and a demo man in an Uber, but not a whole lot else, it's very difficult to actually chase down kills properly without overextending like crazy and just running out of ammo.
Here comes the Uber from the side of Blue. I think that Alien maybe got airshot a bit and stopped his momentum, but he will be fighting above right now on point. Rons will die to miss. Comes in for that cleanup. Yeah, here comes a bit of a back cap from Azunas. He'll find Lancer as the cap just keeps coming in right now. Here comes the pressure in, and Mist will clean up Azunas, stopping that back cap, but will definitely slow down momentum here from the side of Blue. Blue, yeah, as they try to push in. Juxta with the Uber ad. Ready to take the second point back.
Yeah, Azunas absolutely filled them with fear. They actually sent back the entire team to clean him up because he was just winning a 1v2 duel on that second point. Pretty disgusting. So yeah, Jukta, he's going to have an Uber advantage. I don't know if they're going to be able to use it in time. They're jumping in a soldier pretty deep to try and push them back, and it's somewhat effective. Loader or Lancer will eventually clean him up, but they got a lot of position out of that.
Yeah, Silv's trying to get in, unable to find damage onto the medic, but DQZ is low right now. He will finally get forced out, but the Uber was built in time, and so both meds will pop right now. It's going to be a demo versus a scout in this post-Uber. Miss unable to get anything as Red will be retreating down 3 right now. Spawner's starting to come in. Here comes a bit of pressure though. Juxta is getting pretty weak. Lancer will die, and Alien's Mouth is going to eat a pipe to the face and go down. Now demo for the side of Blue as they try to get this cap in. It's going to be difficult now. The soldier jumping up, getting stuffed, and there goes Tobbs. He will die to Nevo late into this fight. 3 down for Blue, unable to cap this mid, and now Red is just going to be looking to steamroll right back in. Even Uber situation. They're taking this very aggressively. Ron's getting some spam in early. It looks like they're going to stabilize, and we'll be probably seeing some off classes from Blue on defense here.
A really great aggression there by Eames, just shutting off those chokes. Now it's going in here just to make sure that no sentry gun is going up. And oh my god, as soon as it's so weak, he will eventually trade there, but get Silvers and then eventually gets picked off himself. But I really like the aggression that Elektro is putting on right now, because as you can see, there's just no space for GoblinClan to actually just put up a solid defense where they can stop a suicider from jumping in. Obviously, as soon as did just die, but hey, technically speaking, if he would have lived there, he would have had like a prime opportunity to jump in and get the Uber Force there. So just really good play from Elektro, and you can really see that there's a lot of experience going on there.
Now the gun got up to level 1 on defense, but unable to keep it up. We'll come back up soon here. Even Uber situation right now. Red looking to jump in, I'm sure. Gun is on point, so Taking that out early to get that tap time in will be important. Eames exchanging a little bit of spam here, not quite ready to jump in, it looks like, as he's going to get Silves pretty low. He'll get healed up by his med. His gun is just almost to level 2. Not able to get it quite there yet. But yeah, a bit of a stalemate and stabilization here for both teams.
Yeah, Asunas tried to jump in there, but he got slightly denied by the sentry gun, and then he kind of awkwardly jumped into a wall. He managed to get out alive pretty easily because it was just a level 1 sentry gun shooting him, and no one was really close to him. But now they know where the sentry gun is, so I think the first order of action is to try and spam that down. It's actually in a pretty spammable position. Like Demoman can spam it from lower, and the soldier can spam it from left side, and that eventually is probably going to work out. As soon as going to see if he can jump in there, and again, just ends up getting taken down. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can approach this last point. Obviously, you can just send in soldiers. You can actually go banners. That's pretty good in this map. And of course, you can always go to the classic Spire Sniper. Those are pretty decent. I'd say this is one of the more difficult points to snipe on, but I mean, you can still kill people on the left side. It's just using it automatic.
Yeah, and we did see a sack there, as you mentioned. Unable to find the force. Both men still holding on to this Uber. Pretty slow and steady right now as teams are looking to get the first point in here tonight. But yeah, it's definitely been difficult right now for Elektro to push in. Gonna get a little bit of damage from that gun early on as they try to walk in. Here comes a scout and a demo. Nobody jumping in quite yet. The Uber will get popped out on the other side. It will be a better blue Uber as Red is just hightailing it out of here. We'll see Eames getting very low and he'll go down to Mist. Now Amarok is going to die to Mist again. Finding a 2k right now. We'll see if he's able to pick anything else up. No, he'll go down to Azunas now. And we see the scout getting very low. 3 down right now for Red as Ron's is going to die as well. Eating a pipe from Alien, and that's going to be a failed last push, and Blue's going to just walk right back onto second.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to get Ubers out of the way, but they didn't quite manage to force the Uber in time. And then they also weren't able to run out fast enough, as soon as just getting completely bodied by Alien there. Just spamming him down so hard. Emmerich unable to escape as well. So that's going to be a failed last push, just causing them to lose all the way up to middle and maybe even more. Juxta does have the slight Uber advantage, and I do expect that they want to use the Uber to hold on to the second point.
It looks like we're going to see Blue walking right in through Valley, though. We'll see if we get an early bomb here. Silves is trying to get in, unable to find anything. Juxta is playing it back, and that cap will be given by Red as they back out, as I said. But we'll see another situation. We have even Ubers. We have the gun going up. It's going to be on the left side right now. How does Blue want to push into this? Are they just going to use it right here? Oh, Thomas is going to get destroyed. And Alien's actually going to die as well. No gun, but no push opportunity here as 2 picks found early.
They actually do have a pretty good setup here in that Silvers is on the banner already. He just pushed out of last with that. So they actually have that option already. It looks like he's going to try and pop it. Yeah, there we go. Going to use it to try and block second point. Gets a lot of damage onto the demo end, but they don't block the point.
Yeah, Uber comes out now. Medics is isolated right now and will be dying right now. And there goes TQZ. So not a great situation right now for GoblinClan as the mid cap will be given up. Tops is behind. He's sitting in Valley right now, maybe looking for a bomb here. Hopefully we'll be looking to coordinate this or going for a back cap opportunity as there is no one behind right now. I think he might...
That window has definitely closed. He's not going to be able to do that, but he is hitting down there. It looks like they are actually kind of scoping out Nevo. I think he missed him. Nevo was actually looking for him a little bit, but he was just scanning the area like normal. So Tops, he is just in a position right now. And how do you play this as Tops, right? You just need the perfect opportunity. You want like the medic to run backwards, looking at his own choke, or like at the enemy choke, and then you just come in and 2-shot him easily, right? While everyone's distracted. But how do you create that distraction? Here's the question.
Doesn't look like there's going to be time, though, as Juxta is at 100%, looking like they're ready to go in. Soldier's going to take a little bit of high ground pressure and get in. I think Tobbs is now walking around. He's in a situation now where he's completely caught out from the rest of his team. The second cap isn't able to be contested. He's just taunting right now on mid cap. Unable to do anything, as I said. No gun now for Blue. Might just see a quick Uber if Red knows that they're down a man.
Yeah, and there's a banner on Asunas as well, so we're seeing a lot of banners so far, and you can actually Uber in the soldier. He does a bunch of damage, and then you just go out, and then you pop the banner.
Behind now. Here he comes trying to get onto the medic. He's, he's just going to get destroyed. Walked right past the team and will die, so that's going to be the first pick. But Amarok and Ronch are both going to go down. That's going to slow everything down for the side of red. Weak players right now for blue. Mist looking to pressure in. Will maybe go down to these traps. No, it looks like he is playing it safe. Traps are still there, actually. I don't know. We might see Eames being able to find a couple kills as Blue's getting ready to push out. Top's now respawning. And Uber was actually forced out onto Juxta. I think he ate a bite. Lantern will die, but not a great situation to have that Uber force.
Yeah, indeed. Now it's just going to be all about that banner. Looks like... I can't tell. ArchRhythm, can you tell me, does he have the full banner yet? Oh, he does. Yeah, he just blew the horn. Oh, as soon as... Yeah, yeah. Alright, okay. So as soon as has it, he's actually already blown it, so he's just running around with a conch right now.
Ron's up in the sky. The Uber is forced out onto DTZ as Ron's will die for it, but now Alien's going to be the first to die. The banner, as you said, he's out. That's conch. So giving that team heal as Mist is also going to go down. Damage in onto the medic, not finding quite enough. There goes Lancer. He will die. DQZ very low. Looks like he'll be getting out. If this scout walks in, he might be able to find him. Only supported by Tobbs. Unable to get that kill though. Where is Silves? He's dead. That's where. As Tobbs is also going to die. It looks like we might just have a quick cap come in. If no one's able to touch though, here comes the Uber from the side of red. DQC's getting low. He's going to eat a pipe and some damage. He will die. Finally, Amarok finding that kill on a 2K at least. Team wipe, and we will see first cap come in. And there we go. 1-0 for Elektro.
A lot of back and forth action. There's lots of mistake going on. You can definitely tell that both of these teams are a little bit rusty, and a full season of games is definitely going to do them well, but eventually it is going to be Elektro pulling it through with the clutch banner coming in there. They popped that banner, waited for the enemy team to run into them, and then they were able to just out DM them. Just that extra speed and heal is just so strong in the fight.
Yeah, here we go on to the second mid. Zunis is getting fairly low on the side. He'll have to back out. Sills taking some high ground on the left side as it looks like teams are looking to take a fight right now. Here comes the soldier jumping in, able to find anything. Sills will die for it. Jackson is pretty isolated right now, not healing anybody as, but the damage for the side of red. DQZ will die. Full team wipe on this mid, only losing 2, keeping that mid alive. A very clean fight from the side of Elektro.
Extremely good bomb coming in from both of the soldiers there, Rons and Soon is going to be the one to survive. He's actually already on last. Looks like it's actually really nice to see, like, Lancer couldn't actually start building that sentry because of the spam. That's really nice going in, just delaying that even more. You see, it's just a matter of how quickly can you cap the point here and just go in with this full Uber advantage. They're not really missing any player of note. It's just Rons that's slow. And hey, if a soldier's slow to come into an Uber push, that's fine. That's not really a big deal. So they're just going to come in here with this full Uber advantage, barreling down GoblinClan's throat.
Yeah, hopefully we get the pop coming in soon. Doesn't look like they're entirely sure where they want to use it, but it's going to be through this left side, and they're going to get it onto a scout early. Not finding a lot of damage. The gun hasn't even been touched yet, as it's just a scout, and the scout's Nemo's going to actually die, not able to find a kill. There goes Juxta, completely failed last push. Don't think they knew where the gun was, as 4 die for the side of red, only trading off her alien Smiley, and that is not a great situation. This soldier, Zunis, excuse me, is able to find Sills before likely getting taken out here. Living for a while, but no, a late death from him, and Cap will come back in the favor of blue, taking their second back.
It's definitely one of the worst double scout Ubers I've seen. It just accomplished so little, and once they got into a point where they wanted to be, there's like a sentry gun there, and scouts are pretty inefficient at killing that. And they already had spent a lot of their ammo, so it just really didn't work out. Rons looks like he wants to jump in, but unable to really get his way all the way into the meg. Just too many bodies and bullets in his way. Meanwhile, as soon as Mike get picked off, hey, yeah, there we go. Didn't retreat in time. And
full Uber in here. It's going to just be used in right now, but red is already backing out, so it might just be the Uber for the cap. Nevo's behind in his forward spawn as heavy. He'll back out now, as Eames did die, so not a great situation right now for red. Going to try to get that gun up as quickly as possible. It's going to be very passive, but it looks like blue's just going to be botting right back in here. Juxta does now have full Uber. He's going to get jumps right now. He's going to pop in the air. He's going to eat a lot of damage, but get back into spawn. Talking too fast for myself right now. Amarok will be getting killed. Mist goes down 4 times for the side of blue as they will be backing out. Juxta holding on to his Uber, ready to push back in as soon as possible.
Yeah, very impressive there. Not only that they managed to hold, but especially that Juxta managed to hold on to the Uber the entire time. So Like that looked like a pretty standard. I'm just gonna pop and we're gonna push them out, and that's how we play it safe situation. But Juxta decided to hold on to the Uber in that whole engagement. Just gives them such a big advantage here. So now they can actually come in with this Uber, and again, the Demoman's not going to be in it if they decide to use, and hey, they are going to do that. So a pretty interesting situation going in. You can't really, I don't know, catch out an entire enemy team if you don't have the Demoman in the Uber. But
So we saw the Uber coming from the side of red, but now blue unable to, or didn't lose anyone except Sylvs there, and they'll pop right back, trying to chase down Rons as the scout combo. Azunas will die, but now not finding anything else. Unable to find this medic. Tobes is gonna die. Tobbs, excuse me. Ron's now taking the 1v1 versus Sylvs. He's gonna hit the air shot first.
He's so good.
He's so weak though. It's 2 health versus 3 health. Who's gonna hit the splash damage to clean this up? They both die. Oh, a terrible, terrible situation there to be in. Both only 2 health. Oh, but there goes Chuckster. He'll get botted in onto by the scout and go down. No med for the side of red. DQZ getting fairly low. Down to 60 health actually right now. We'll take a pack. Trying to stay alive right now with just the soldier to help himself is there. Now it's some soldier bombing, and DQZ will go down. Eating a pipe from Eames is gonna really open things up, even up that Uber as Jux is now respawning and starting to build. His players are weak, which will give him plenty of Uber charge to start building up.
this is so chaotic. There was just a period of like 2 minutes where no team had all their players alive at one time. That was just so much crazy action, and eventually it is going to look like Jukt is going to have the superior healing coming in here, or Elektro, they want to leverage that to take on the second point, but Ron's going to go down on the flank. That's going to be very sketchy for Elektro to actually hold on to this. And yeah, they're
Demo's
just going to
jump
back
in.
up.
Yeah, the Demo jumps in and forces them out, as you were saying, but yeah, absolutely chaos. Definitely a difficult one to keep track of when casting. Losing my words now and then, but here comes blue. Want to jump in. Sylvs is going to take some early space, get a damage, some rockets onto Nevo, but he will die, I think, with a crater. Here comes the Uber from the side of red, trying to get the demo, and they hit the air shot. That's Ron's cleaning that up. Only 3 alive for blue as they back out through there, through mid, and trying to get out to second. And now we'll see the aggression come right back in from the side of Elektro. Trying to get behind there, trying to find Lancer. They do find Mist early. Are they able to get Lancer and choke? He'll be dancing around, trying to live in Cafe. Find that pack. Here comes the entire blue team, though, respawning. They're going to pick up Lancer, but not before finding a Zunis. And now we have a fight where blue's very weak, but overextended. Tops is going to go down, trading out for Amarok. Oh, absolute chaos as red is able to get enough kills to continue pushing in. Mist now respawning, but 2 down for both teams as they try to take this fight.
It is an Uber advantage on DQC, but it's not a very good position to use it in. Usually when you have very few players alive on both teams and you have an Uber, it's a bad situation to use an Uber because you don't have enough firepower to actually kill everyone.
Sure,
they're going to try anyway.
Yeah, here comes the demo jumping in. It's even an Uber situation, so both men were able to pop. Alien Smiley is going to be the first to die, though. Sylvs is going to also go down, so down 2 explosive classes for the side of blue on a failed push out. Eating a little damage as Ron, so likely get healed up here by Juxta, but yeah, now the scout just wanting to walk in. Top's getting fairly low, down to only 70 health, but Amarok will die for it. Mist able to clean up that kill. Now a fight down in lower, able to get anything. There goes 2 actually, finding those kills, so 3 down from the side of red. Spawners 8 seconds away, so they will be backing up to mid. About even Ubers though, so blue has to be careful.
Yeah, they're going to get the second point, but how they're going to get into middle is a much bigger issue because that's where the respawners could potentially come in. It looks like they've actually made their way through the choke without too much issue, and yeah, Juxta, he's just running for the choke, trying his best not to die.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage there though, able to heal it up slowly with this passive, but yeah, this is going to be Cap coming right back in for blue. Interesting situation though, where Ubers have been very even, and it seems whichever team pops first ends up losing the fight. In the end, the counter pop is better. We'll see now, as I said, even Uber situation. Sylvs is going to be the first to jump in, trying to find a rocket onto Rons, but told to sit down. Tobes is going to jump in, but will die for it, unable to get anything. Now Rons wants to go, and Sylvs is actually going to die as well, so 2 down for blue on a failed sack. Now it's up to red to try to push in. They're going to take this fight on the side. Alien Smiley is going to go down. DQ DQZ pops, but unable to save his ammo. He's down to 75 health himself. If Amarok is able to chase this in, Uber did come out from Juxta, so not securing that ad. Here comes the Soldier onto DQZ, cleaning that up as only 2 alive for Blue right now. Nevo, 1 health. There goes Sills, jumps in, gets the kill onto Nevo with that splash damage, but will die for it in the end. A situation where Tops is actually going to get that kill too. He's very weak and will die in the end. Only Alien alive. Juxta not building very quickly as he has stayed alive through this fight, but just chaos.
These
Spawners
fights
now coming
never
in.
end, man. They just keep on going and going. And the Alien, you can see he was just trying to go back. And oh my god, they're just going to continue fighting right now. Mist actually blocks the point. Everyone's going to jump in, but this time around it might have been an overreach on the side of GoblinClan. They're going to lose this midpoint, and they're going to lose a bunch of players as well, which means that holding on to this second point is going to be virtually impossible if Elektro really pushes the issue. And it looks like they're doing just that. Ian jumps in, just stickies off the chokes and everything else. Nobody wants to really challenge him, and there we go. Even an Uber advantage to work with. Not the biggest one in the world, but we've seen Elektro push on less.
Yeah, they're just going to pop it right in. The Soldier above them might go down in the end. Gun, it will be found early. Amarok on point right now. Eames is behind, trying to get some spam damage into that pocket area. Gets the medic, and there he goes. 2 down from the side of red, but DQC, but Juxta eating a little bit of damage. He's going to try to get out right now. Lantern will go down in the end. 3 down for both teams, but no medic for Blue as they try to continue to hold on here. But yeah, unable to really secure anything right now is Red as they're trying to spam this out. Soldier's going to actually jump in. Is anyone able to touch this? Not finding anything. Nevo will go down. Spawners for Red coming in. Here comes the medic trying to heal up his Soldier as he's taking this 1v everyone onto last point. Is anyone able to touch? No, they're not. And the Soldier able to just clean that up. Azunis. So 2-0 situation, but you're right. These fights have never ended.
Yeah, it is quite unusual, I feel like, for Elektro to take these kind of fights. I feel like Elektro of old would have just backed out with the medic and Uber advantage and just taking that, and it's just slowed the game down more, but they just kept on fighting it, and as soon as with the paint train just managed to cap it out for his team eventually there. So yeah, some new tech being incorporated into Elektro's like the whole arsenal.
Yeah, here we come on to this third mid. Got a Soldier jumping in. Alien gets very low. Tops on that jump, unable to find anything. He will go down, but not before Amarok dies on the other side of things. There goes Sills as he is taken out. No soldiers for the side of Blue. MDQZ goes down. A huge bomb coming in from Ron's and will be assisted, or Azuna, excuse me, assisted by Ron's. Now some damage pressure in onto the medic. Are they able to clean him up? It's just a scout trying to get in, and they are able to. So even medic situation, or even Uber situation, will be the result of this mid. No cap has actually come in. We'll see Nemo just now trying to get this cap in very slowly as spawners start coming forward.
Yeah, Ron's gonna end up dying there. That's pretty unfortunate. However, now time has really entered the picture, as time is just running out right now for GoblinClan. They need to cap this mid back really quickly and then go all the way back to last and cap and then get another round after that. And they don't really have a whole lot of choice and wiggle room to work with, so they just need to push and make it work. And Elektro, they're just going to sit back and try and punish them. But hey, as soon as just went down, so holding just got that much more difficult.
Right, and just kind of dominated there by Sills as he gets that damage in. A little bit of damage onto the mid. Bronze will go down, but not before Alien Smiley is cleaned up. So now Nevo actually going down. 2 down for the side of Red. Not going to be the most damning right now. DQC is able to walk into here cleanly. Almost at his Uber. Juxta is even though with him as they're both in the 90s right now. And we have the Uber come out actually a little bit earlier. They're able to clean up Zunis. Tops will be dead. A little bit of cap pressure in. The Uber comes out from the other side. We'll see if they have it any better. No one's able to touch point right now. Sills is going to go down. Mist follows. And Bronze is the only one from the other side right now. Lancer trying to get in from below, it looks like. Maybe going for a backup. And they're going to touch point, but unable to get anything else. Alien Smiley, the only one. He will die. As with 1:40 left on the clock, it's looking grim for GoblinClan.
Indeed, it's a very important hold here, because if Elektro actually lost that last hold, then they would have been in a pretty prime position to actually throw the match. But as it is right now, it's kind of the opposite. We're going to need to see a pre-Uber push come in here. I don't think they have the time to actually wait until they have the Uber. They're actually being really slow. This worries me. Did they just give up, or are they just a bit too slow here?
Yeah, unclear situation. Here comes blue. It looks like they want to go in on this right side, left from their perspective, but we have Azunas behind, trying to get some damage, and Alien Smiley will hit him with a trap, I believe, and Toms is going to get bombed and go down. Uber hasn't been popped out yet, maybe milking this for too long. Or no, they didn't have it yet. They
Yeah, they don't
pushed
have
too
it,
early.
but
Juxta
Juxta
has it,
does.
and they're going to jump in, trying to get onto that medic, unable to. Gun's not quite down. It's actually not getting even shot at right now. No one's getting onto point. 40
Juxta's
seconds
not
on the clock.
popping.
What is this Uber? As Blue's gonna die right now, and TQC falls. Spawners coming in. They're the only ones alive. Miss, like, what happened there?
I don't know, like obviously you just go in there and Juxta pops and then they kill everyone, but Juxta never popped. He just sat back, didn't do anything, and he still has this Uber just the whole last with. And I mean, at this point, you know, you can't lose, so you might as well, you know, pop the Uber, get some extra stats, and get some maybe a few kills, something like that.
Oh, I'm sure they'll pop it with 10 seconds left or something like that.
Yeah.
They're going to be pushing in. Tobbs is going to go for a desperation sack. Looks like the Uber finally comes out. It's onto Eames mainly. DQC will find that pipe, get the medic down, really solidifying this in a 2-0 for the first map.
Yeah, it was a pretty messy map. I will say Elektro, I don't want to say they were dominant, but they were relatively comfortable. As comfortable as a 2-0 with a lot of back and forth action can be. But yeah, I could definitely see a second map going very differently, just if Elektro is put into a situation where they have to push more than they're comfortable with. But as it is, Elektro, they were mostly very comfortable. And we got a lot of cool strategy going on. Like, we got a bunch of banners being used. Sunshine is a surprisingly good banner map.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have some logs here. My expectation is correct in that damage going slightly in favor of red, but cleaning up far more kills. Only about a 4,500 damage difference. But then you look at the meds and DQZ dying 14 times, Juxta just 5. So really telling the tale here of red. Maybe not winning everything as cleanly as they'd like. You know, only a 2-0 in this map, but definitely winning it where it counts.
Yeah, I didn't see much out of Amarok. I thought I didn't think he did much, but then looking at his stats, he went 27 for 16 and did 260 damage DPM. So that's really good. I kind of expected this out of Amarok. Like, he's been so good on every class ever, so I don't see why Scout would be different. Like, he is just one of those DM beasts that you can just put in any class and he's gonna frag out. But I also thought as soon as did a lot of work this game. Like, just the way he pulled the enemy team out of position and made plays was just such a thorn in the side of GoblinClan that it's something that we can't overlook.
Yeah, definitely an interesting situation though throughout this. But Eames top damaging and you know, definitely playing better than Alien. Almost 50 more damage per minute and almost double the kills as well. But yeah, looking at the damage spread, it's pretty evenly dispersed. It's not like all of red except the med is out damaging blue. Mist is up there with 270, but I just hope that on this next map, I think we're going to process. See a bit more damage coming in from Silbs and Tobbs, as they are, I would say, struggling a bit, going 9-5 and 21 and 7-4 and 19 respectively. So not the best situation for them.
No, I mean, Soldier is kind of at the mercy of Scout sometimes. I mean, I guess it is worth mentioning that we're actually still using the gunboat buff plugin this season. It was kind of thought of as being maybe a bit much last season, but they just continued to enforce it this season. So that's kind of interesting. So Soldier's actually more powerful in Europe than in America right now because you don't take a lot. If you're close to someone, normally you would just take full damage, right? Your gunboats wouldn't apply. But in Europe, your gunboats do apply. So if you jump into a scout and hit him point blank, then you take like 11 damage and he takes 110.
Right.
Whereas in America, you take like 90 damage yourself.
Definitely lets the soldiers play a bit more aggressively, and I'm definitely looking for Silves and Tops. I mean, Process is a map where they can really go off here, and I'm looking for them to take initiative onto mid fights and try to really get in the face of the medic and make his life hell. But yeah, I think that's the weakness right now for the side of GoblinClan is their soldiers. They're not playing terribly, but could definitely be playing better.
Yeah, and I will mention that Sunshine and Process are pretty similar in the way that they play, and especially in the way the soldiers play. I feel like these maps where soldier tends to like have really bad KD, but they can do some really big plays because of all the huge jumps that the map has capacity to do. Right, like you jump through choke, and you're just in the skybox, and you can do some huge play. But you're definitely gonna die at the end of it every time, right?
Right, right.
Yeah, so like your KD's not going to be pretty. So maybe that part of the equation won't change much. We will see, but maybe that's also going to mean that Ronson as soon as is going to find himself with a lot more depths. And I also feel like Process is slightly uh, different in terms of how the flanks work. Like they have less space on them, but they're also more spread out. So it feels like you can do very different plays on the flank, whereas it's hard to get caught out in Sunshine compared
Right.
to Process.
Yeah. It should be a fun one to watch though. Looks like we did see GoblinClan readying up. I just noticed, and I want to point out, Emrock has 3 ping and Azunus has 8 ping. The highest ping in the server is 57, and I'm very jealous of all of these players for being so close to their servers.
Oh yeah, this
'Cause
is a
that
European
is,
thing.
yeah, that is mind-boggling to someone across the pond to have the highest ping in the entire server be under 60. Absolutely
Yeah,
mental.
I'm guessing that they're using a French server because there's actually a lot of French players in this game. Like especially on or Elektro, they have 5 Frenchmen, whereas it's actually 6 different nationalities on GoblinClan. That's pretty cool. They hit the full I don't know diversity jackpot there by having like a lot of different people. But I'm kind of surprised that Lancer is only on 60 ping. Like he's Israeli. Like
Yeah.
surely if it's a French server, he should get higher ping. But I guess not. I would have thought like surely he get 80, but maybe he has just really good routing. Some places
Yeah,
are like that.
that's what I'm saying. Like Europe's a pretty big place, so how are you managing this? I couldn't get uh I couldn't get 60 ping in that sort of situation, but looks like we might be getting ready very soon. What do you think is going to be the result of this match? Are we going to see Electro steamroll again, or Goblin Clan going to have a chance here?
I don't know if I would call it steamroll, but I do expect a pretty similar result. I could see like a 3-1 or 3-0 or 2-0 again. I think that's the ballpark I would aim for and expect. And again, if or Electro win that map, they are definitely in Prem.
Right, and this is the decider here for them, trying to secure this. We're gonna get into this first mid of the second map. Not a lot happening. We saw an early soldier bump, but didn't find a lot. DPZ eating a little bit of spam. There goes Alias by Leash. He's gonna die to the soldier bomb. A little bit of chaos. Here's Chuck's just gonna get taken out by Sills. He's gonna drop 3 there as well. 3 down for both sides actually. DPZ has to stay alive right now, trying to stay alive in sewer as Eames is gonna absolutely destroy Lancer. Nice shot to the face. Beautiful ragdoll as well. But Nevo's actually going to die late now as well. And there goes Emrock, a full team wipe, which was not expected here from Goblin Clan.
Yeah, they got kind of really fortunate that it was basically the full chariot that survived the initial fight. So the double scout and medic and both scouts were linked up with their medic. And that's a really difficult composition to get through, even if you have one more combat class than the 2 scouts. Just the 2 scouts and a medic are just the absolute best picks or best classes to have alive at the end of a mid fight, and that just worked out to be exactly what was alive here. So we have a good position here for GoblinClan to actually just break the spell of the first map and get ahead.
Yeah, here they come right in onto the scuba. There is a gun, and I believe also the sniper still in play right now, trying to pick up anything he can, but not a lot of kills, so they're just going to rotate around and take some high ground here. Toves is going to be the first to die. Lancer getting very weak right now, and he will follow Amarok finding that kill. Now a soldier jumping in, trying to get anything onto the soldier, misses the air shot just barely. Now a soldier trying to get behind onto the medic. DQC very low right now. Hit anything. Azunis might be able to come in with a bomb right now and clean this up. He's looking to. Getting him very low. DQC goes down finally. He got very low and then ate some splash at the very end of the fight. Juxta 100% Uber, and red team will get back their second point.
Really great job by Elektro to just play around the Uber right there. You can just really see they're just basically mirroring the other team by staying away from them. And yeah, GoblinClan, they took the right side, but they didn't put any pressure onto the point. So Elektro, they didn't actually have to run into them, so they just stalled it out. Oh, this poor soldier still just got floated so hard by those 2 scouts. So he is done for, and everyone else is just going to have to slink their way out through this heavily spammed choke. But they're going to make it out. But Juxta still with the Uber advantage, The point is getting just capped up right now. They've even taken Amarak off of capping duty just to make sure they actually run forward with the medic quickly enough. And Lancer is on this flank, and both him and Tops are going to get taken down. So another huge loss here, and now just a complete reversal of situations.
Yeah, go last to last here as there's pressure in already from the scout. Amarok dueling missed a little bit at long range. DQZ is up and almost at full Uber. We'll see that no Ubers have been popped yet. Pressure onto point a little bit early. There's bronze, but no one touches, and the cap comes in. Bit of a misplay there by the surviving players of GoblinClan. 1-0 situation.
Yeah, you can really see how much of a difference it makes to have pressure on the point. Because, you know, either you run into it and die, or they just cap it out. In this situation, they just capped it out. It was also a really quick push as well. Everyone was just getting pushed all the way back there. So let's see. Oh, as soon as, okay, it doesn't actually commit all the way in here, but actually both Rons and as soon as went for the quick rollout. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, we're getting in onto the second mid though. Not a lot of damage quite yet. Amarok's gonna get low first. See if he's able to get cleaned up. Here comes Asunas trying to bomb in, but not able to find anything. He'll die. Actually did get something as two go down from the side of blue. Losing both their soldiers early is gonna make them back out as lacking that spam. Here comes pressure from the side of red. Meds are alive. DQC building just slightly faster. Got a 5% add. Nothing to write home about though, as red will get this mid cap in very cleanly. Spawners will come in soon, and we'll have a even 6v6 fight coming up.
Yeah, before that 6v6 fight comes in though, there's actually two soldiers missing right now, so this Sword Bomb is not going to have too much resistance. DQC taking a lot of damage.
Very low. Oh, he gets down to 30 health. Just a tough situation to bomb in there and not be able to find anything though.
Yeah, let's see if there's a counter bomb coming. We see Tops. Yeah, he's actually gonna try and make his way in there. Gets one
Oh, he
rocket.
gets Juxta!
Oh,
Sills actually finds the kill there. He'll get very low, but DQZ now getting very low on the other side of things. He's down to just 40 health. Is Zunis able to clean anything up? No, the Uber will come out from the side of blue. Yeah, he's gonna go for this back half opportunity right now. Have to deal with Nevo though. Lancer will die as Cap starts coming in onto second. And we're going to see blue go all the way back to try to duel this. Didn't really have to. The scout's able to find the kill. Alien getting very weak. We have Nevo behind, but he'll get taken out by Tops. So a good stall play there, but definitely very spread out and not all together.
yeah, the paint train again just coming in so clutch for as soon as he just demands so much attention because of that, and just the way it warped the enemy team's position is just so strong.
Deduce is so low, and he'll go down on a bomb from Rons. He will die for it, but a beautiful sack there. Juxta staying alive. So far, he's at 50%. Maybe a fight coming in, but doesn't look like they want to really overcommit. Here comes a soldier jumping in, getting a little spam onto the demo. Sills is going to jump in, trying to get onto Juxta. He will get deleted as soon as protecting his med. Mid-cap is going to come through, but Nevo's trying to stall it. He doesn't get it. As blue will be backing out, so we'll likely see the cap come right back in from the side of red.
Tops is behind lines, but yeah, they just created a perimeter around the medic there and just waited for everyone to just jump into it, and yeah, no one could make it through the outline there. And Tops again, he's stuck behind, but I genuinely don't think anyone knows, so he could actually come in here and do. Oh,
Nevo's looking. Yeah, Nevo knows right now, getting that second cap in. The Uber comes in immediately, getting that gun very low, and it will go down. DQZ trying to stay alive. He's going to take this high ground, but both soldiers trying to take that high ground away from them. Lancer coming in on the heavy. Juxta will actually die to Tops behind. A huge play out of him. As now it's just DQZ, 80% staying alive, healing up his heavy. He'll swap off, and we'll see push out from the side of GoblinClan.
Yeah, really good hold there. And yeah, Tops actually did manage to contribute there with that, keeping a scout out of the fight. So as a result, there was not a whole lot of point pressure going on. And then it just managed to stall it out. And DQC, he now has this full Uber advantage. They're going to cap this out. And yeah, Juxta, he's way back here. You can see where he's standing. He's either going to run out through his own cafe or his own PC, was going to run out through Choke. Looks like Choke.
Here comes the Uber though. It's going to be a demo jumping in. Not able to find quite anything yet. Azunas is going to die. So even player numbers right now. Bronze is very low. He'll go down, but he will trade out for Tubbs as GQZ doesn't have an Uber to work with. Juxta's almost there. Might see a sack coming in soon, but so far Red is able to secure this, and they'll come back in onto second whenever they're ready.
Yeah, they just couldn't clean up the soldiers in time there. both Ron's and Asunas lived for way too long, and they did a lot of damage and even managed to trade a little bit. So that just meant that everyone from Elektro, they could just run back in through choke once the Uber had dissipated, and then they were just able to fight it back out. And they're going to get this easy second point. And they have a tiny advantage to work with, but they need to go very quickly if they actually want to catch out the medic or capture the point before.
Oh, the huge snipe onto Eames. Will be no demo as the Uber did come out. That is a terrible situation for for Juxon, excuse me, as he will be getting out. Full Uber for DQZ. Sniper has swapped off. A beautiful pick there to just absolutely stall the push opportunity. Wait, but DQZ is going to be forced out actually by a bomb from Ron's, and Azunis is going to die as well. But even things up. Looks like it's going to get stopped though, as 3 go back from the side of GoblinClan to, secure the second cap.
Yeah, they're not going to get pointed for it either. Normally sending 3 players back is kind of not advisable, just because then your front is going to get overwhelmed. But there were only 3 alive on all of our Elektro, so not going to be able to really come in there and punish them for that. And as a result, mid's going to fall as well. Juxta is on the Uber advantage. Looks like they're going to go through PC, see if they can catch anyone out. People should be close just because they're capping out here. But okay, they have been spawned by Lancer now.
Yeah, Lancer almost walking into the death trap there. Here comes the Uber from the side of red, trying to jump in, able to find the demo. Maybe no, he'll surf out that damage. GQC not eating any damage. 2 soldiers go down for the side of GoblinClan, but looks like this is going to be pretty safe otherwise for the side of blue. Here comes Azunis trying to get damage in onto the demo. Able to find a little bit, but he will get healed up. Now misses low for the side of blue. Soldiers low on the side of red though. Are they able to find anything? No. Tops and Rons are going to trade out once again. And damage here onto the scout, but the Uber comes in from the side of blue, trying to jump in as the demo. Is he able to find any damage onto Juxta? Not quite yet. Getting plenty of spam though. Maybe a scout able to chase him down, but it looks like he'll stay alive. Alien Smiley is actually going to get taken out by Eames with the trap as they retreat out to their second.
More back and forth. So once again, looks like GoblinClan, they will come in here, manage to take up a point, but they're going to be at an Uber disadvantage once again. Eames actually went in pretty early on, so the health is not very good for Elektro right now, which means that they might not be able to push properly off of this. Not that they're gonna not try to do it though. They made their way into choke with barely any resistance. And now Juxta
counter bomb trying to get onto Juxta, and they get the force. Nice play there by Silves. As Juxta forced to use his Uber. Now we're gonna see DQZ trying to rotate around, maybe go through IT, PC, whatever you want to call it. A bit of traps there. The Uber will be popped out, stalled by that trap just a little bit. Here comes Alien Smiley trying to jump in, get any damage he can. There's a soldier also chasing down. No, they are all deleted. Eames the only one to die for the red team right here, as they will cap out this mid soon. Got a bit of Lancer versus Azunis in the back line, but he will be backing out, staying alive. Cap, as I said, comes in for the side of red. Still a 1-0 situation for the side of Elektro.
That was pretty tragic by Alien. He doesn't have foul 7. He doesn't have foul 90, I guess. Like, he was just standing right next to Eames and not seeing him. He was just laser focused on the choke, and then he just got 2-piped. So it was pretty funny. But there's still a lot of fighting going on. Looks like Elektro will eventually get pushed out of this choke. And midpoint, they're just going to keep on changing hands right now because they're just exchanging the midpoint for the Uber advantage. And looks like that's not going to change anytime soon. They're going to go in again, and here we go.
Here it comes! Once again, it's the demo jumping in, but GQC is ready for it because that's been the play every single time. And wait, we have a back cap attempt coming in from the side of blue. Silves is not... If someone stalls this out, oh, it looks like Silves will be contested and go down to Amarok on a 4K right now, but misses on a 5K on the other side of things. So Scout's playing very well so far in what has been a very chaotic second round. DQZ getting very low. He will be forced out by the soldier getting the rocket in from behind, but they're ready to push in through choke. Finally, some fight not on mid. Lancer's actually going to go down.
Catches a long-range rocket, man. That was so long-range. And he just had no health. And DQC, he's kind of caught. He doesn't have a scout to run with right now.
Oh, he's very weak. 10 health, and he'll go down. So medics dying left and right once again. Juxta with now 80%. As they have held onto this midpoint so far. 3 down to the side of blue. Alien Smiley also getting very weak. Sills will get taken out in the sky. Tob's going down to Ron's on the flank. We got the engineer coming up. And a sniper with mist. So lots of off classes, something we haven't seen too much of so far tonight.
Yeah, this is definitely a desperation kind of move because Medic only just spawned. They have almost no like big fat combat classes alive to actually hold this last point. So if you don't snipe the Medic, you're not in a good position. And
pressure up to point, no one's able to touch. We got Lancer on the heavy trying to stall things out. Amarok is going to die to the heavy after a 6K, but he'll go down now as 3 down for the side of blue. No one's able to touch. Round number 2 going to Elektro as it looks like they're trying to solidify their win here and advance into Prem.
That was quite the seesaw for quite a long time there, with the midpoint just keeps on changing hands and Uber advantage just not lining up. I always love those situations. I call it the seesaw, where you have one team has Uber advantage and the other team has point advantage, and then you just keep exchanging that, hoping to catch out the enemy medic. But look at this, Zunis has been caught out.
Yeah, Zunis went for a fast rollout there, gets a lot of damage onto him. Here comes a soldier jumping in at Sills, but he will be counterbombed. And now Eames is actually going to die, and so is Ron's. A lot of chaos right now. DQC getting very low. Juxta staying alive so far. He's with his team. 3 down for Red as they back out. Nice play on the bombs there from the blue soldiers.
It looks like GoblinClan, they want to move in here. It's only going to be a 3-on-3 for a while, but or Elektro, they just don't even want to risk it right now. Obviously, I think it was a scout in a demo versus a scout in a demo, and then there was a scout capping. But once that scout catches up, it's going to turn from a 3v3 into a 4v3, and or Elektro just didn't want to risk it. They could obviously win the fight before that happens, but it looked like the spawners just didn't quite line up. So, hey, now we have the good old classic 100% Uber versus 100% Uber on last. We haven't seen this a whole lot, so I'm kind of excited to see how they're going to try to treat this, and looks like Centricon's going to be the first victim.
Yeah, 2 soldiers spamming that out on the right side. Great coordination to get that gun down. It's going to go right back up and fall once again. Here comes a bomb from Cobb's team to go down. A lot of pressure in from the side of blue, but they're going to lose 3 just for 1, and they will be forced out through choke right now, and maybe a bit of pressure from this demo. Do they want to take this fight? I think it's inadvisable. Ubers are still even at 100% though.
Yeah, they're gonna get 2 spawners. Like right now, they actually got forward spawners. They didn't manage to block second with the super, so this is actually not looking very good. They usually just need to leave. But
Gold Meds popped Uber. Here's the post-fight pressure. DQZ dies immediately. As soon as able to find that kill, he will die for it. But 2 down and no heals for the side of blue. They're going to lose 2 more as Lancer and Mist are both taken out. Now Silves is going to be the next to fall likely. Alien Smiley, the only one alive, and he'll hit a pipe onto Ron's. Tell him not today, as he will do his best to get out. Looks like he's going to be in sewer to pick up some, some health and back out, and we'll see a reset here on the second.
Eames hit another nice little air pipe there, so he's looking very strong. Like the amount of highlight plays coming out of Eames just in these 2 maps have been kind of mind-boggling. He's been playing so well, and he's just so aggressively jumping in all the time, which is not really what he's known for. These days, Eames is kind of just known for the guy who didn't want to go to mid. This is obviously a very passive thing, but if you ever get into like the same mumble with him, just to make fun of him for not going to mid, and he'll think it's hilarious. Don't worry about it. Rons goes down on the flank. Looks like they tried to see if they could salvage it, but right now it looks like it's all just going to collapse with them if they don't get out.
Yeah, Jexa is being forced with a bomb right now, as both Tobbs and Sills are going to fall for it. So no soldiers for the side of blue, but they're content with that force. They'll be backing out. DQZ's a bit weak, but no pressure is able to come in to secure that kill. So trying to hold this with 4 men versus 5. Rons will be there pretty soon. Will likely wait before pushing in. Trying to find a sack, likely.
Yeah, that's usually what you see, right? You have Sneaky Trap, you have Snipers, and you have soldiers trying to bomb you, but they're just going to take no chances, just bombing the demo immediately, see if you can catch out the medic. Looks like that's not going to quite happen. 2 soldiers will end up trading, and there's a soldier again on last. Actually, Ron's going to get the soldier on last. Okay, demo will eventually clean it up, but it pulled everyone back, so now this fight has just moved from one place to another, and yeah, the second point is not getting capped out.
Absolute chaos, no clean fights being won here. DQZ got pretty low, but staying alive so far, as Juxa is just waiting to build up to full. It looks like he now has it. Lancer on Sniper, trying to even up the super situation. As misses about to respawn, but we'll likely see a push through 1 right now. Yeah, it's going to be Eames getting the Uber popped onto him, trying to trap off that left spawn door. Lancer is on the other side, looking onto point, trying to find anything. Sills is going to die to an air shot from Rons as he tried to jump up, got told no. There's pressure onto point now from Amrock. He'll eat a pipe and try to dance away. DQZ very low right now, just by spawn. As soon as he's trying to take him out, and will he get him? No, as DQZ is able to get that resupply cabinet in spawn at 90% right now. And we'll see the side of Elektro backing out once again.
Yep, they have this Uber to contend with, and I don't think you need to even jump into Demo Man to do anything here. And Yeah, GoblinClan, they're just gonna actually they've been running really far forward here with Mist and DQC, and looks like the Demon's gonna come in here as well. See if they can catch up the Medic. Medic's not fully out through choke. And
Uber's in. It's going to be onto the alien. Smiley, he's unable to find anything. Silvsmine's rounds on the flank right now. Now it's a Mist versus Azunas. Silvs is very weak, just out to 6 health, unable to find any heals right now. Azunas is going to go down, but there goes Jackson. Lancer able to butt in on Scout and get that kill. Eames is also going to go down, only 2 alive for the side of Red right now. Amarok is going to die. DQZ is going to get taken out by Nevo before his death. A full wipe, trading out for the med. Essentially a 6-man sack, not a great situation. Cap's going to start coming in back from blue. Ron's is going to have to go to back spawn. And spawners start coming in, but, you know, not a great situation for either team.
Yeah, it definitely favors GoblinClan right now, but yeah, it really literally took every single Elektro player to kill DQC in that wave. And it was just once the fight was clearly lost, they just laser focused onto him, and I want to say it was the last pellet of the last shot out of Nevo that managed to kill DQC in that situation. So yeah, they got him down eventually, and we should have another pretty standard like stalemate situation coming up. I don't think the Uber advantage is enough to push on. Maybe as soon as it's going to go spy. He likes playing spy. Currently he's just checking in spawn, but hey, maybe he'll move out and keep us entertained that way. But we could also see some banners as well. This is a pretty bad banner map, but we have seen it before.
Yeah, we have Nevo right now on Sniper. Don't know exactly where he's looking right now. Right now down the far left side from the defender's perspective, so it's going to be difficult to hold this off if he's unable to find picks. Looking down this left sight line, right now Tobbs is trying to get that gun. He will be successful, so a missed shot there from the soldier. Really not what you want to see. DQZ's playing very passive though, as Tobbs tried to sack in, gets taken out by Azunas. Gun is alive in level 1, unable to take that down either, so you know, stalemate situation is going to reset here once again.
Yeah, and this is where we see like how they want to do this. Looks like they're running Lancer back, so he might be switching onto the Sniper as spy, and then who knows whether or not Top's going to go for a banner. Looks like he's just on gunboat, but Lancer will go Sniper. So that is probably the most common way to try and break this stalemate. And process, it has a lot of different angles that you can work on with a Sniper. So even if you don't pick off the medic, you can probably pick off like a demo man or an enemy sniper or a scout or something, right? There's a lot of angles to work with.
Yeah, plenty of opportunities. Nevo maybe swapping off. He's going to be sitting in spawn right now. Now he's just watching down the sight line. So we're going to have the sniper be sniper coming up right now. We're to see who's able to find this pick. Lancer is looking right now, but he's going to get spammed out by the soldier. It's Azunas right now, keeping that situation happening, as we'll have the red sniper did swap off in spawn, so now it's really just Lancer trying to find an opening pick. Got that gun up. He's going to get a little bit of spam taken from the soldier into not finding the kill though.
Yeah, it was a lot of damage coming out of Azunas onto that sniper, which is important because Azunas is wearing a banner. So ArchRhythm, you know, I can't see the percentages, but once he gets the full banner, just oh, it says 100%. Okay, so you're not even gonna have to give me a weird sound when it happens. It just happened already. All right, so we know now that as soon as he has this banner ready to go, he has it locked and loaded, just ready to deploy whenever they feel like they need it.
Oh, the pick! The med drop! Or, actually not sure if he was at full, but Lancer finding the med kick nonetheless. Alright, so it was a drop. That's what I thought. Nevo has swapped back onto Sniper, maybe looking to even things up, but so far nothing. Uber does come in from the blue team, getting that gun down early. Silv's essentially going to die to the red sniper, so making this push a little bit harder. Pressure onto point early. They're trying to find anything. The banner did come in. It's the conch right now. They're actually cleaning things up as DQZ goes down. That conch was huge, keeping their med alive. Or excuse me, keeping their team alive without their medic heals. Alien Smiley cleaned up at the end by Rons, and blue will be out to choke.
That's the power of a banner right there. Like, had Azunas died, which he was very close to, by the way, that would have been just a cap for sure. But somehow Azunas having that banner just coming in absolutely enormously huge. That's crazy. I don't know if he switched off or not. You know, let's see if I can find him. Can I find him?
He has swap gunboats.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. So yeah, he just used it to the best of his ability, and then he just switched off immediately. So just great play coming out of Azunas. It's one of those things that I don't think going to show up in the logs. But that was like a round saving play. And all Elektro now, they are up 2-0, so they can just sit back and take it easy because there's about 7 minutes remaining. And there's about 9 minutes before the timer runs out. So which means that Elektro, they have to do nothing. But it looks like they're actually going to be pretty aggressive here. They do have the tiniest of tiny advantages.
Oh, Sills gets destroyed though as he got bombed there by Ron's. Ubers are even. Mist will go down. Here comes the blue Uber. I don't think Bread has popped in quite yet as Judge is just going to sit and choke, staying safe. We'll see Nevo looking to chase down Tops. Is he able to find him very low? He'll need an arrow though. Stay alive. Alien Smiley's actually going to go down to Amarok though, late into this fight. And Juxta 100% to push in after capping this midpoint.
Still, just maintaining that Uber advantage is going to be really good. And they're actually going to go through PC area. There's a Soda waiting for them around this corner. Yeah, Amarok's actually going to get taken out. Top take down Emus as well. Oh my god, this is such a car crash. Okay, they're going to eventually Uber out here, but they're left with a single scout in this Uber. And only now does a Soda join them, and they're just not able to push on that. So, not doing the scouting properly. Ron's actually going to get in here and get another pick. So now it's a 4-on-4 fight. So this could be anyone's game, and I think with Lancer eating a spam rocket there from as soon as and dying, that's going to be that for that push here. And Goblin Gaming, they're going to go back and rethink their life, but they do still have an Uber advantage to push on.
Yeah, tough situation to go in and just lose a bunch of players, but they have this Uber advantage. As you said, they're just about 100%. Juxta building fast, but only at 60. So we'll see if they're able to really make anything happen. It looks like they want to walk through choke here. No traps that I saw. If they were, they got that. Azunas is going to jump in, trying to get the damage onto the scout. Unable to find it. Mist will clean him up. Here comes the high bomb onto the medic. Able to get him up in the air. He's very weak. He finally forces out.
Oh, he was afraid of dying. He was afraid of the fall damage.
Yeah. I think, yeah, that was probably it. He would have cratered. There goes Sills. He gets taken out by the demo traps. Juxta now at 100% though, and he'll be ready to walk right back in with his team. Looks like they're slowing things down, waiting for Rons to respawn. Sills is on a slightly slower respawn timer. Here they come, popping in very early, trying to get damage in onto TQZ. Unable to find anything yet. Tops is very low. He'll go down. Here comes the soldier jumping in, trying to get into the medic. Are they able to find anything? No. Rons will go down to Mist. Nice job by that scout to clean up the kill. Mist now very low for himself. He will. No, it's Lancer actually going to eat a pipe to the face by Eames to clean up that kill. So very chaotic Uber advantage for TQC, but nowhere close quite yet. So we might see a dry fight come in actually. It looks like Azunas is trying to jump in, get a little bit of damage onto the demo. He'll actually pick up the health kit or the arrow, didn't quite see. Now it's a damage bombing onto Juxta. He'll actually be going deep. It's Tops, he'll crater. Very chaotic fight, lasting a while, but no one really committing with their medic. Mist dies late.
It's just slowly going in the favor of Elektro. They're not losing any players, whereas oh, what a jump in there from Azunas. Perfect timing. Takes down the medic. That's definitely like the big finishing move here from Elektro. They're going to be able to get the second point. No problem. Lancer, okay, not going to survive that. You know, maybe in America that sort of would have traded, but Ron, you know, didn't take any damage there. Much in terms of cell damage. They could actually just move in here. Yeah, Elektro, they're so aggressive. The Soda's in very deep. Okay,
they're going to use it, yeah. The Uber's just going to pop right in. No one's able to touch point quite yet. Now the scout's trying to touch. Anyone can make this cap go through. Even the medic could get on. Someone touch, please. Ron's is actually going to go down. You have the player at. Why not touch the point? Now scouts are getting healed up on point, preventing it. Eames could just jump in. Here comes Azunas. He's trying to take the high ground. Please touch the point a little bit longer. The trap's finally dead.
Hey,
there,
he got it.
The cap comes through 3-0 with 3.5 minutes left. Looking very solid from Elektro as they've kind of picked up the pace here and getting these rounds.
Yeah, it was pretty close, but eventually Nevo just like dips his toe onto the point. It was very little at that point needed to get capped out. But I definitely feel like Elektro of old would have just taken it easy there. Like there was no reason to push, but they seem to just, I don't know if it's just because they're practicing this more aggressive playstyle where they just push off of small advantages, or if it's just like the new playstyle.
Here comes the soldier jumping in on it. He gets it. That's wrong. He's eating up that kill. He'll die for it at the end. Both soldiers down for red right now. Juxta's getting low. Here comes Tops trying to jump in, but it'll get cleaned up by the scout. Eames goes down though. Here comes pressure in as Amarok. They're going to pick him up. It's just Juxta and Nevo versus Lancer. And Lancer looks like he's going to get healed up. Juxta holding on to his Uber and his life, capping in this midpoint. Lancer's going to have to take a fight here. It's not going to be a good run. Now comes Lancer trying to get. Nevo's doing a good job body blocking, eating a lot of damage, but healed up. And Lancer falls, so late death from him. Essentially a team wipe as Juxta now with full Uber to work with.
That's the most Lancer thing I've ever seen. Just running into a scout with a full buff and a medic just latch onto him and just fighting the scout, just going, I can two-shot you. Lancer always plays with this huge confidence, and you can really see it there. And it didn't quite work out. It looks pretty silly if he gets if it doesn't work out.
Oh, Mist gets annihilated there. Soldier with the scout with the help of the soldier mostly. Nevo's going to go down. Top's now also falling. Sills is very weak on the side of blue. Lenger's going to die. Sills gets healed up as they start backing out. It looks like with only 2 minutes left, Red really wants to secure another point here. Elektro up 3-0. With the map advantage as well. No traps onto point. Alien Smiley looking to exchange some spam. Here comes Struxa. He did get forced out, I believe, there, but it's going to be very aggressive trying to get Smiley. He'll find him. DQZ pops it in right back, trying to pick up this demo at the end of the fight. Able to find him. Yes, Eames does go down now. Not finding a lot of kills in this fight or the post fight. Now Rons is behind, maybe going to go down. It looks like he will, but he'll trade up for Lancer before his demise. Now Sills very weak in the shutter of one. Mist trying to get in, make a little bit of space for his medic to come forward. He's going to get bombed out right now by Azunis. Here comes the soldier from the other side of things, trying to pick up anything he can. Sills getting very low, trying to jump up. He's going to back out now. We have Nevo behind, trying to duel Alien Smiley instead. He's going to look for the bed and die. Juxta getting very low right now. Cap starting to come back in for the side of blue. Only 120 left on the clock. Here comes the soldier. Is this a pause? No, it's just a little bit of lag on my end. Juxta backing out into sewer. Alien Smiley's going to go down. Trading out for Rons though. Nice pipe before he dies. Now Azunis is looking for anything. He'll find Sills actually. Damage onto the scout as well on point. He's going to get healed up by his med. Very long fight right now. Juxta very weak in the air. Is he able to find anything? No. Tops will clean him up, so no medic right now for the side of Red as they try to continue this fight. Very slow. Miss is actually the only one alive with his medic. As things just keep going right now, Ron's trying to take this 1v1. It's not looking good. Nevo's going to come in trying to help things.
Wow,
no, but missed with the double pistol. And 40 seconds left on the clock. Valiant fight, but probably not a cap opportunity.
I want to say Mist just hit like every single pistol right in the ending of that fight. It was a very drawn out fight, and they did really good. Braun's actually going to get taken down from spawn. Second point hasn't been capped yet. Like they won the fight, but then they just like kept on running forward because they were just like bloodlusted. And it is over. Like Elektro, they have won, and they are going into Prem. But obviously, people, they want blood, they want frags, and actually it's going to end up being 4-0 here in favor of Elektro. They win, and so they're going to be the winner of their group. This is Group A. We have 2 different groups, and the winner of each group moves directly onto Prem, and then number 2 will fight against number 2 from the second group to go in there. And I have a feeling that GoblinClan could definitely be one of the teams moving into Prem. So, they need to fight against the last team in this group to see if they can get second place. But and then when that happens, maybe they can get in there. But I can't remember all the teams in the groups right now, so I can't say if I would consider them the favorites. But either way, or Elektro makes it in. I was expecting that, and it would be wrong if an Eames team with like 4 Prem old timers doesn't make it in.
Yeah, well, great game from both sides. Looking to pull up logs here real quick. Don't have them quite yet, but just absolutely great play from the side of Elektro, cleaning up a lot of kills. And now I do have logs. I'll let you take a first crack out of them, Peter.
Right, so obviously Eames did a ton of damage, 364 DPM. It's huge. And once again, we see... Actually, DQC managed to do quite a lot better. He died 9 times to Juxta's 6. And yeah, again, Amarok didn't seem to do that much just when you're watching the game, but yeah, he went 24 for 9, so he is doing things. I think, yeah, he top killed along with Nevo. And yeah, Nevo is just being an absolute beast.
Yeah, well done by him. In terms of medics, DQC only died 3 more times than Juxta this time around, but with a 4-0. Really should have been a 3-0, but side of GoblinClan kind of gave up and started leaving the server with 10 seconds left, so that easy cap came through. But mid fights fairly even actually, as blue was able to take 2 of them. But once again, the damage and frags came in favor of red, and they were able to take this one 4-0.
Eames actually wants to do an interview. All right, okay.
Oh.
He went to the wrong mumble. It was pretty funny when we were going to do this cast. I was sitting in the normal mumble that we use for EU, and then you were sitting in the one we usually use for NA, and then ArchRhythm was sitting in the one we ended up using, which is on which is a new mumble. So,
Right.
all right, okay, I'm gonna do some talking. I'll see if I can invite Eames in here and send him some deeds. Okay, all right, okay.
Well,
ArchRhythm got us. He's got us, so we can just keep on talking here.
yeah,
But
there you go.
it was a great start. But we were just all sitting there wondering where the hell is everyone?
Yeah, I showed up 45 minutes early, sitting in Mumble. Like, I guess we'll talk to people before we start casting because I've never casted with you, Peter. And then, you know, just everyone in different places. But um, we'll hopefully be getting interviews started pretty soon. But a fun match to cast.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a lot of action, and it didn't feel like if you look at the score, it's a pretty or Elektro kind of scoreline, but it felt. I really want to hear about Eames if they're trying to like push on smaller advantages or what's going on with that. So he has actually joined us now. We just need to uncuff him and make sure that we can speak. So Eames, congratulations on making it into Prem. How does it feel to finally make it in there?
Yes, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, no, it feels pretty good, I have to say. I think, well, we've got a good group of players. I think we were a little bit nervous the last game, and even this game a little bit, but Ron's and Youngster have a lot of potential, both of them, and so we're going to be molding them into good players. I'm looking forward to this season, to be honest.
Yeah, I want to say I don't want to say it looked like you guys were like on the ropes, but it definitely looked a little bit more messy than what I'm used to seeing out of War Electro. Is that because you have new players, or are you trying out some new play styles, like where you're more aggressively pushing?
Um, I don't think it was any more or less aggressive than normal, but I think it may have been more messy. But we're kind of we're learning to thrive in the chaos. I think we're trying to like adapt our new players to the playstyle, which is obviously part of it. But as well as Amma now playing Pocket Scout, but he's naturally a fairly conservative player, so we don't. I know we're not going to be super messy, I expect, but that doesn't mean we're going to be super like defensive either.
Yeah. All right. So I kind of want to hear who do you expect are going to make it into Prem outside of you guys, because there's still like a lot of other teams that have to play their games. There might have been a game going on like between Gus, Bus Crew, and Garda Pantry. Not sure if that happened today or it is tomorrow. But either way, who do you expect to make it in?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I think this team is very good that we played against. I mean, we've kind of worked them out by the end, but it was very back and forth on Sunshine in particular. Like they really made us work for it. So I think I'm not quite sure what's happening in the other group, but I expect that this team, whatever they're called, will beat whoever comes second in that group. I have no idea who's going to come first because I haven't been paying attention. Probably the bus crew. Let's go, Jan. I believe in Jan.
Yeah, it's going to be excited to see how rusty he is. I want to see him hit some fat pipes, but you know, you were definitely hitting all the fat pipes today. You had a bunch of massive plays where you just destroyed everyone, especially on Sunshine. It looked like you just had play after play after play.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. I think, well, it's been slightly the aim for this team is that so that I can focus more on my play, so I don't have to main call anymore, which will help me out. But I've also, well, no, because we've just been locked down, it's been grinding DM, so that's pretty good. I'm still kind of at the moment I'm main calling a bit more like fully because we're getting used to each other and we need a bit of structure. But eventually, I hopefully just have to like say a few words and everyone knows what to do. So we're trying to wean everyone off the hard like authoritarian main call, which is not very good for me or the team, to be honest.
All right. Okay. So you're still main calling. Is there anyone else that contribute a lot to calls in your team?
Um, Probably the second one is always Azunis, who is kind of a stalemate breaker extraordinaire and has he's the ideas man, I suppose. But as well as that, I mean, yeah, it's probably Azunis.
Yeah, right. He did a lot of pulling the team back with backcaps and this trusty old pain train going on. There was a lot of situations where it kind of seemed like you guys were getting pushed really hard, and then he just kind of saved it by pulling every single person back.
He's very clutch in important moments. It's great to play with him.
All right, Godfather, do you have any more questions?
Not really. I mean, it was definitely a fun match to watch. Very chaotic at times, which definitely I think will improve for you guys throughout the season. But yeah, I don't really have any questions for you, so we can start. wrapping things up here, do you have any shout-outs, Peter?
Before we go to the chat, I want to hear Eames. What's your goal for this season of Prem?
We just want to have fun, Peter. Want to improve as a team and have fun, and that's all.
That's not good enough. I'm no. All right.
And we'll see where it takes us.
Yeah. All right. Are you playing in this weekend's lock and loaded tournament?
I think we might be, So I guess that'll be a barometer for our later performances.
Yeah, I suppose so. All right. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I don't know if I'm casting or if I'm just watching or what I'm going to be doing with it, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So just big shout out to everything. So yeah, tune in for that. There's going to be games tomorrow and the day after that. There's going to be a lot of games because there's a lot of maps that need to be played in order to figure out who makes it into Prem and who gets to join or Elektro and the rest of the top squads in there. But I can't think of any shoutouts that I actually have. So just shout out ArchRhythm for doing production and centrally whispering in my ear whenever people have a full con or banner of any kind. And then thank you for casting with me, Godfather. It was a pleasure. Do you have any shoutouts before we get Eames? A few shoutouts.
Yeah, of course. Well, actually, let's have Eames go first so I can wrap things up afterwards. Eames, any
Sure.
shoutouts?
Well, of course, there's a shout out to the 2 new players on our team, Yuxta and Rons, who are now in Prem for the first time, and I think they're going to do very well. And as well as that, shout out to Piers Morgan. Thank you.
Alrighty, well, for me, shout out to Peter and Arch for having me on here tonight. If you, for some reason, want to hear more of my voice, I cast for RGL. Should have a few matches coming up. You can always check out VODs on YouTube. And shout out for these upcoming tournaments. Be sure to go sign up for those. And believe that will be it for me. So this has been Season 38 Prem Qualifiers. We had GoblinClan versus Elektro, who took it 2 maps to 0, advancing to Prem. Have a good night.